Willys MB Radiator Installation. This is a very high quality reproduction radiator from Ron Fitzpatrick Jeep Parts. The part number is A1214. On the bottom here where the mounting studs are, you'll notice there's some protectors and we'll have to remove those before installation. On the back side of the front cross member, you will find two brackets that are welded to the frame where the radiator is attached to. One on the driver's side and one on the passenger side. The mounting kit includes all the hardware necessary from Ron Fitzpatrick Jeep Parts, including the star washers and the additional washers and bolts that attach the bonding strap to the bottom side of the radiator mount. The kit part number is A4413. Align the two pads on the brackets lengthwise as such. Make sure your bolt holes are centered. I've removed the rubber shipping protectors from the studs on the bottom of the radiator, and you want to align the radiator into the bracket, not moving those rubber pads, with the shroud facing the fan on the engine. Be careful when doing this so you don't damage any of the fins on the radiator. We'll take a look at the back side of the radiator so you can see exactly how the orientation of the fan is to the shroud. Moving underneath the frame, you can see how the stud comes through the mounting bracket and the orientation of the mounting pad. First, install the star washer. I can usually get these to hang up on the thread pretty easily. Then you'll want to install a flat washer and then the nut. I'll be doing a complete bonding strap video in the future, so for the time being I won't worry about removing any paint from the bracket. Install the washer and the nut and tighten the nut by hand. Repeat the same process on the driver's side bracket. Before tightening the nut with a wrench, make sure your pad is still square on the bracket. Then use the wrench to tighten the nut. Continue to tighten the nut until the pad just starts to compress. You don't want to go too tight and damage the pad or pull the radiator too close to the mounts. At this point, before we would install this flat washer, that's where your bonding strap would go between the nut and the washer. For the time being, I'm going to go ahead and install the washer and the nut, and I'll just finger tight it because I will be doing a bonding strap video in the near future. At this point, the radiator should be secured to the frame. The radiator cap part number is A1215 and the gasket is part number A1216. Install the gasket onto the cap and then install the cap onto the top of the radiator. We can now move on to install the upper and lower radiator hoses. The radiator is installed to the frame.